The 16th season of the Indian Premier League is just a day away and fans are geared up for the latest edition of India's cricket carnival. The 2023 season marks the return of home and away legs, and that's not the only change from the previous edition. Let's get you what is new straight up. One of the new rules that the organisers have introduced is the concept of an impact player. An impact player is similar to substitutes in other team sports like football, rugby and basketball. Teams in the IPL will only be allowed to bring on one impact player as opposed to multiple players, and once a player has been replaced by an impact player, he can no longer take part in the match. So, how does this work? Teams will have to name 5 substitutes while naming their starting 11. They will be allowed to replace one player from their starting 11 with one of those 5 substitutes at any point during the match. But here's the fine print. The impact player has to be an Indian player unless the starting 11 contains less than 4 overseas players in the first place. The impact player can be introduced before the start of the innings, after the end of an over, or at the fall of a wicket, or if a batter retires.
I think it's interesting to have kind of new sort of innovation coming into the game. Only the time will tell what happens and how the team cope up with this new rule, but I like it. I like the idea of having an impact player coming in and changing your team after the toss. I like it. Let's see what happens. Luckily for us, we're playing the last from the first game. When it starts, we're playing the last, so we'll be able to watch the other teams what they do.
In other changes, teams will now be allowed to review on-field decisions regarding wides or no balls. An over 8 penalty of only allowing 4 fielders instead of 5 outside the 30-yard circle will be enforced for every over not completed in the allocated time, while unfair movement by a wicketkeeper or a fielder will result in a dead ball and a 5-run penalty. Also, teams will be allowed to name their playing 11s after the toss, and that could see 3 overseas players start, with the impact player then coming on as per the match situation. Remember, the IPL expanded to a 10-team affair in 2022, and the 2 new sides, Lucknow Super Giants and the Gujarat Titans, reached the playoffs. There will be a total of 74 matches, and the 10 teams have been drawn into 2 groups of 5 each. Each team will play the 5 teams in the other group twice, and there will be just 1 match against the teams in their own group. This ensures that there will be a total of 14 games for each side. The playoff schedule isn't out yet, but the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad will host the final on the 28th of May.